Hi, good evening to all valued customers from Singapore, Malaysia, and China. I'm Philip Kia from Ichi Seiki. Due to COVID-19, we initiated the first live webinar to share our machine knowledge to all valued customers and keep close contact with our supplier. Thanks, Goodway's Vice President Rebecca and Ichi Seiki Product Manager Danny Tan share a story about the fast return on CNC automation investment. Tonight, we would like to invite our valued customer, Epson Precision Johor Sedang Berhad, which is belong to Epson Group. They are a top 500 company in the world. This Epson JB, they are making a Seiko watch case. So I would like to introduce this ex-factory manager, Mr. Ko Lai Kiang, who is working with Epson Group for more than 46 years, but he just retired end last year. So I would like to take this opportunity to invite him to share a story. For the last 15 years, Epson Group have bought almost 25 machines, Goodway CNC lathe, to their production line. So maybe I will invite this Mr. Ko to share his experience. What is the condition and when they choose for the Taiwanese product? So Mr. Ko, you are invited to share some knowledge or some views on your side. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Philip and Rebecca from Goodway. My name is Ko. So I've been working for Epson for the last 46 years, and as a factory manager in charge of the manufacturing of precision watch case and parts for the Seiko watches. Before I embark on the Goodway machine, you know, as a Japanese multinational, the tradition is to use branded Japanese machine for the process. So after Mr. Philip came to see me and introduced about this Taiwan top 10 company machines, I was very keen and interested. My management is very keen and interested. So we requested for a test cut of the material. The material we are cutting are usually stainless steel and titanium. So you know, machining of titanium is a very high risk machine, a high risk process where the chip can get burned out easily. So we did a testing, and the final assessment of the result is in fact fabulous. We find that the dimensional quality is almost equivalent to the Japanese machine. The surface finishing also is to our expectations, and the machine rigidity is very strong. We can take heavy cuts. And then beside that also, the safety feature of the machine is okay, but Epson, you know, we have our own Epson safety standards. So we requested, after confirming the result, we requested if we were to buy the machine, we want a good way to follow some of our special safety spec, which is above the market requirement, Epson standard. And Goodway and Ichi Seiki have worked with us very well and can manage to do all the necessary circuit modification to Epson standard. And we can say they are doing a good job. Our auditor from Japan also approved the standard, and that is compliant with Epson policy. Then after that, we start to get the machines, and as just mentioned about robotic automation, we also, the last 3 years, we started to do robotic system on the Goodway machines. And for Epson, the robotic, we are very concerned about safety, as mentioned by Rebecca. In fact, all the requirements mentioned was what we are doing. And now we have the machine using universal Epson robots. And this robot was installed in our factory with the assistant and the coordination of facility member. We managed to coordinate the whole system, and it's run ready 24 hours, 7 days a week. And the robot is also a universal traveling robot because our machine is spaced a distance about 3 meters. So the robot is traveling to and fro. Besides loading, unloading, you also do the measurement check, and even tray change. So, and we even use camera because we are using standard loading tray, but our parts are variable size. So we are using camera to coordinate to the position so that with the universal robot joint, finger, any model can be easily carried out by this robot and loaded onto the machines. So we are very satisfied, and in fact, we are phasing out all the old Japanese machine with the Goodway machinery, YNC lathe, with the turret head. So it's running very well and 24 hours per 7. And even just now we were talking about having a software to monitor the progress of the machine because we need to know the running rate, the quality. So with the additional software recommended by Goodway, we managed to get a good result. And now it's back. Just now we're talking about ROI. We can manage to get the ROI. Of course, our products are not high value, so 1 year is not possible. In a matter of 2-3 years, we are able to recover everything. So I want to say, after using so many of Goodway, I would say money for value. Goodway is a good machine where you can really depends on. And not only that, also the after-sales service and part availability, one of the key factors that we consider. And all these factors are doing well. Ichi Seiki has given us a good support as a value customer. And to date, we are very happy. In fact, probably the coming year, we will keep on increasing using Goodway machine for our production. So I want to thank Ichi Seiki, Philip, Goodway, because our MD and me have also personally went over to Taiwan to audit the factory and find that Goodway is a very good company with a good system to ensure the quality of the product to the customer. So I take this opportunity to thank everybody for supporting me all the year. And I would like to give my outcome or knowledge if anybody want to request from me about how about Goodway machine to be used in your factory. So thank you very much to all. Good night.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Cole. Thank you for your this faithful sharing on all the detail. In fact, when we delivered 20 over machine for the last 15 years to Epson, it's individual. But after many years, I think Epson integrate with all the Epson robot arm, and it really increased the productivity and help this to increase the production. And I believe we also learn a lot of things from Epson throughout the whole process. And we hope we will be a good business partner in the future for bringing more machine to your factories. Thank you, Mr. Cole.
I hope Ichi Seiki and Epson will grow together for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for the sharing. Okay, next, I would like to invite our VIP customer, another VIP customer, Fong Engineering and Manufacturing Private Limited, CEO Jeremy Fong, to share his view. What are the main factors and consideration when they go for the automations? As we know, Fong Engineering has successfully transformation from their business to go on to 100% on manufacturing of medical device and components. And they are also successfully setting up a smart manufacturing line last 2 years ago. And we are lucky enough, Ichi Seiki, also a business partner, to provide a Goodway CNC lathe and a YCM machining center to their automation line and smart manufacturing line. So maybe I would like to invite this Jeremy Fong, CEO of this Fong Engineering, to share their story. Jeremy, please.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeremy Fong of Fong's Engineering and Manufacturing Private Limited. First of all, this is my honor to be invited by Ichi Seiki to do the sharing for tonight. So when I asked to share about, what will be the consideration about when we go for automation. And of course, that's how during the beginning, I heard about the ROI. When we buy the machine, everybody think about ROI, and usually we think about 2-3 years, all right? This is a very good return. But let's say, just how I heard about you buying Goodway with the features of automation robot, the ROI can be within a year. This one will be very impressive, all right? This is, I think, this is one of the key considerations when we want to buy machine. We have to go into the capex, the ROI. This is very important. Talking about buying machines, all right, automate the process. I have been doing for the past many decades, 30 over years. From established in 1982, we have served all kind of industry before. You just name it, from early day, we serve aerospace, we serve military, hard disk drive, oil and gas. Then after that, we also serve the semiconductor, pharmaceutical, electronics, and now we have transformed our business model, and we are serving 100% in medical, as what Philip just now he introduced. So of course, when we come to selection of the machine, all right, this is it's an art. Sometimes we have to take into a lot of considerations, all right. Just how we saw the video, that first of all you have to know that what sort of material that you're going to cut, right? For different industry, they use different kind of material, right? The hard one, the soft one. The hard one, you have alloy, you have Inconel, you have titanium, you have stainless steel. The soft material, you have like aluminum and engineering plastic, right? This is they have to consider. And also you have to consider about the size of the material, the size of the parts, and the tolerance that you're going to make. All right, this is a very basic kind of consideration. Of course, when you know that what sort of material you're going to cut and what sort of tolerance that you're going to perform, then come to selection of the machine, and what sort of machine you're going to buy. As what just how Mr. Cole mentioned about the older day, we bought all this either Japanese machine or German machine or Korean machine. But lately we also invested quite a number of Taiwanese machine, because over the years we can see the Taiwan machine, they have improved tremendously, right? Because I've been to their factory and visited quite a number of them, and very impressive. So and we gain more and more confidence on this, especially the Goodway. That's how I mentioned about YCM. All these are the good machines that we are using now. So, but beside the size of the machines, the material that you're going to cut, of course, when we want to come to a selection of the machine, we want to make the decision. Usually we have a metrics, all right, to work on. So different items, we have different weightage. First of all, the cost. That's how I mentioned about the cost, right? When you want to invest, to make sure that that the investment going to invest within your budget, right? This is important. And secondly, when it's a machine reliability of the machine, all right? The quality of the machines that you select, and the functionality, the feature of the machines. But whether you select Taiwanese machine, you select Japanese machine, I think it depends on individual, right? But most importantly, over the years, we always emphasize, all right, our metrics. The most carry the most heavier weightage, the one is the service. So service is a key, all right? When we want to select the machine, when we decide to the cost is within the budget, the machine spec within our requirements, most importantly is a service. The service involved with technical support, involved with this stock, like inventory support, and also the after sales service. Because as you know, when we invest this sort of CNC machine, most of the user, they will try to use the machine, fully utilize it. If you can run 24 hours, you will definitely run 24 hours, right? To get the return as quick as you can. So, but sometimes you will face a little bit of problem because it could be the operator issue, you crash the machine, or the machine itself, the parts got the problem. So we need the response, we need the support very quickly because you can't afford to let the line down and you can't able to fulfill the delivery to your customer. So it's very important, especially we also requested our supplier like Ichi Seiki to carry some of the stock for some of the critical components so that when the machine is down, we need the parts to be replaced as soon as possible. So this is the area that we are very concerned. So but over the years, I have a very good feedback from the floor, from our operation. Ichi Seiki has been given a very good support because the moment they have problem, they call their support, they can respond immediately and they can come to our factory within a very short time and get the problem resolved. This one, I like to take this opportunity to thank Philip and your team to give us that kind of support. And our team, they give a very good remark to your people, and this is I like to appreciate your the support over the years. So so this is the end of my sharing. I hope all of you will benefit from this sharing. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you very much, Jeremy Fong, for the sharing. In fact, if you all have a chance to visit this Fong Engineering, I should commend it's a 5-star factories, especially their smart manufacturing line built in with all the robot unmanned and offline factories is very, very impressive. So we are so lucky to have an opportunity to work together with Fong Engineering, and we have also learned a lot of things from them. Thank you very much again. 刚才有一些这个技术上的问题我想在借此这个机会呢，我也要特别感谢以下几家公司的大力支持。第一家就是 Stanford Engineering 老板 Mr. Yo。他们主要是从事各个领域里面的精密零配件生产制造。10年来，他购买了6台有10寸、15寸、20寸卡盘的高干性的 GS 系列成态车床 Goodway CNC Lathe， 尤其是在做高干性的那个产品，他们都有非常出色的表现。我们有另外一家公司，现在也可能是在线上的我们中国的朋友，中国苏州从事与行业精密加工的联益集团王总经理这几年来也买了5台成泰的 GS 高刚性车床都是目前成泰在这个尤其是高刚性切削这方面有非常好表现的这个机器。另外呢，在中国苏州设厂的美国公司帕马斯维奇 Pamasweb 去年购买了6台 Goodway 双主轴双刀塔带 Y 轴的高端性的 CNC 车床现在呢去年中交货到现在已经非常顺畅的在生产。另外呢，我也要再介绍另外一家公司，就是新加坡的 CKE Manufacturing 关老板，他在2013年的时候买下了Goodway集团在东南亚卖的最大台的32寸的卡盘，它可以车削2.5米的一个 GS 8000的最大台的这个车床非常感谢关老板毅然的当时他手头上并没有什么订单，但是毅然的买下了这台机器那现在这个机器也给他们公司带来很大的那个突破。当然 我更要感谢在线上来自有中国上海、苏州、无锡、南通、马来西亚，还有印尼巴淡岛及新加坡所有尊敬的客户和家人们，感谢你们这些年来给 Ichi Seiki 和 Goodway 集团这么长期的鼎力支持和配合。